Hi guys, it's Baby Peach and we're back again with another coloring and chat thing. I'm just gonna go in order. I guess this little grumpy kitty's next. There's only 4 different colors, so this is gonna be easy. So I've been watching a lot of freaking movies lately. I've also been watching a lot of anime, but I want to wait until after I finish the season itself, I think, before I talk about, like, the animes. And then I've been kind of thinking, and I don't know if I should do, like, individual videos per each anime to kind of showcase them, talk about them, or if I should just kind of do just a big old roundup, like this kind of, like I do with the movies I watch, and just kind of tell you all of the animes I've been watching. I don't know, we'll see. But I do kind of like the whole, like, no camera, just chill and talk with you guys thing. I am gonna be recording some more Higurashi. I plan on recording some more this week, so I should be getting that out for, like, my next video, hopefully. I have missed playing it. Things have just been really busy with school and work and bleh. It's just a lot, but I'm working on getting, like, a schedule in place, a routine, and I think that that's gonna be really helpful. Like, so far it already has been really helpful. I implemented, like, a rest day where I don't do anything, like, work related on Sundays. That's, like, the one day where all I do is just whatever I want to do. And this past Sunday was, like, my first Sunday doing that, and it was actually really freaking nice. Like, I really liked it. It was actually really relaxing. It was weird at first because it felt like, oh, there's stuff I need to be doing that I'm not doing, but not true. I did it all already, you know? So yeah, so I think that with that day being implemented, I should be able to have more time doing stuff like this that I want to do. But without further ado, oh goodness, there's so many ones. Okay, so without further ado, let's just jump right in and talk about those freaking movies I've been watching. Some of these, it's been a hot minute since I watched, so it's a bit difficult to remember. But, hang in there with me. We got this. So Sin City 2 is the first movie I'll talk about. Watch that one. It's the sequel to the first Sin City. It's a black and white movie. There's bits of color. I don't know, it's just basically one of those, like, old, like, LA noir type of deals, like that vibe. Like, there's a bunch of different, like, little crime stories going on, and you're following the characters. The second one was pretty good. I did like it, like, that's not a fib, but I do think I liked the first one better, and that's just normally how it goes with me anyway. I tend to like the first one better than the sequel. So, it is what it is. But it was still a good movie, so I'd still say to give it a watch if you're into, like, the Sin City movie at all. The first one. But I don't really remember it that clearly, so I don't have much to say on it. Let's move on. Deadpool and Wolverine. I went to the movies and I watched that one, and I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman fan anyway, so it was just really nice seeing the two of them interact on screen and kind of, like, play together, really, because let's be real, like, that wasn't, like, it was a movie, it was, like, a for real movie, but, like, they were just joking around the whole time is how it comes off, it was funny, it was good, I liked it. Like, I'm not gonna give any spoilers or anything, but, there's like this one version of Deadpool in the movie, Nice Pool. Oh my god, he's he's my favorite. He was so freaking funny. Okay, yeah, so just so I don't spoil that or anything, since it's still pretty new, we'll just move on. Oh, the next one I watched after that was Black Swan, actually. So, Black Swan, honestly, I could make just a whole video about Black Swan in general. Like, maybe I should. I don't know if it would be on like this channel or whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, it was great. It's like a psychological thriller, bit of some horror aspects in there. It's my favorite genre of her being a non-reliable narrator. I love the non-reliable narrators in stories. I love when it's a freaking movie or story or something and the main character has like a mental illness, or they have delusions, or they have something to where it's like, okay, yeah, I can't like fully trust them. Like, what they're seeing and believing is not necessarily what's actually happening, and it just makes for a wild story, if I'm gonna be honest. I just love unreliable narrators. That being said, obviously Black Swan is one of those movies. It starts off with the main girl, and she still lives at home with her mom, and that's a whole triggering situation for people with bad home lives. So that just isn't a good situation. And then she's also she's a ballerina, and she's trying to get cast as the main character for the Swan Lake. And and it's not really a spoiler, but she gets to start practicing and training for that part. And during so, though, her own mental health starts to get the best of her. She's starting to get paranoid. She's seeing things that aren't necessarily there. It's a wild ride, honestly. Like, I was invested from like the moment it started, basically. Like, how in some movies you kind of want to like fall off partway through, or there's some parts where you get kind of bored and you can zone out. Well, this one, no, like the whole movie, the whole thing can be analyzed. Like, everything in that movie just means something. Like, it's a lot. I love it. Okay. Trainspotting is the next movie I watched. And Trainspotting that's gonna be like a drug movie. It's, you have your main set of cast, and they're all on heroin, and it's just kind of like a little story it's like a little slice of life, I guess, on just an addict's life, I guess, like it's just them living and doing what they're doing, and trying to get clean and make a life for yourself, and this, that, and the other. There's some tough parts to watch. It's real. It's like, it shows what can actually happen when you're in that lifestyle, so it can be a rough watch, but there's still some funny moments, and overall it's a good storyline altogether. So, if you're ever looking for a drug movie of some sort, I'd recommend Trainspotting. Okay. Let me fill that one back in. Next movie. Ooh, The Faculty. Now this one's a bit of an older movie. I think it was like, oh god, I don't remember. Maybe like in the 90s, I'm guessing. Yeah, I want to say it was probably like a 90s vibe movie. It's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, you know, kind of that vibe to it. There's some like aliens that are taking over people's bodies, and there's a handful of students that haven't been affected yet, and they have to figure out how to, you know, like kill the aliens basically before they completely take over and take over everyone's body, you know? So it's not as much of like a thriller horror thing like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, this is for sure a much more like comedic take on it. It has a lot of famous people from back in the day in it. I can't think of any of their names though off the top of my head, but it was funny, it was good. For sure a product of the times, but I enjoy it. I'm gonna be honest, I think I basically like enjoyed all these movies, so I'll try to stop saying that unless I like really liked it or something. Okay, next movie, Tar. It has like the little slant thing above the A, so I don't know if I said that right or not, but this one was another one similar to Black Swan. It just had my attention the entire time, and I thought I was gonna get bored. Like, I did. I thought, because when you watch the trailers, they don't really show you much, and it's like, she's a composer, this is the main character, and she, I don't know if she has a girlfriend or if they're married, but she's in a relationship, okay, and they're monogamous, and sorry, and basically she starts wanting to cheat, and there's a whole situation with that, and honestly, it's one of those stories where it's a character who starts off at the very top and they have it all and it's perfect and their life is perfect and everything is just perfect, and then because of their own actions and their own decisions, you just slowly watch these characters just absolutely fall and lose it all. And all they can really do is just blame themselves because they're the ones who made the messed up decision that got them to where they are. You know, it's not one of those where it's like, oh, she was in a tricky situation, what would you have done? No, it's like she just made a messed up decision that she should not have did, and she got her kermuffins, you know? That's just what it is. Man. That movie was just... It's like everything. it was good. It was a good watch, especially if you like to watch those morally descending situations. Breaking was the next movie I watched. This one was more sad. The movie itself plays out more like a thriller kind of deal, but it's based on a true story, and that's where it kind of gets sad. Personally, it's about like this guy, and he's really relying on his some sort of benefit, I think, from being like a veteran or something, and the benefit money isn't coming in, and he needs it to like pay his bills and crap, and it's not coming in, and basically he has like a breakdown because of it, which, like, I get it, like, you know, he doesn't know what he's gonna do. How's he gonna pay? So when he's not able to, like, get the money situated, he ends up, like, going and, like, holding up a bank and holding these, like, women hostage because he just wants his check. Like, he's not trying to, like, steal any extra money. He's not trying to whatever. Like, he literally just wants, like, the check he's supposed to get. And, you know, that just... Of course, it just ended how it ended, you know? Like, it just, oh my... It's just so upsetting. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Limitless is the next movie. And this one was... Shoot, it has a actor in it that I like. He's in The Hangover, too. He plays, like, the teacher in The Hangover. I don't remember his name. It's gonna kill me. But, anyway, he's in it. And, maybe it's... I want to say, like, Bradley Cooper, maybe. But I feel like that's jumping off a, like, deep end. And I may be, like, completely wrong. So, I don't know. We'll find out when I edit, I guess. So, anyway... Limitless, though, is about, like, there's this medication, this pill you can take, and supposedly, like, let me back up. So, supposedly, we aren't, like, using all of our brain when we're thinking, which, like, yeah, like, we aren't. There's a lot of stuff, like, your brain does that's, like, automatic and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not talking about that. I'm not your science teacher. Anyway, so there is, like, this pill you can take, and it's supposed to unlock, like, you to be able to use your full brain function. So it just basically makes you super freaking smart, and you can think really, really quick, and, you know, that's helpful to get you out of tricky situations and junk. But he gets, like, addicted to using this medication because he gets addicted to how it feels to be able to, like, think that fast and get everything done and stuff. And then you end up finding out that, like, the pill actually has a lot of, like, bad side effects, and you basically, like, have to keep taking it after you've been taking it, and then, like, that gets him mixed up in all kinds of the wrong people, and it's a lot. It's good. It's a good one, though. So, yeah. I'd say it's definitely much more of, like, an action with a bit of a thriller in there. I'm not really sure how else to describe the genre of it, but it was a good watch. Okay. Ooh. Blade Runner 2049. Now, I did watch the other Blade Runners. I don't remember, I watched the, like, original one from back in the day. I don't remember if I talked about that one before or not in my last video, but sorry. I'm like, that was just... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. So, Blade Runner 2049. I really like that one. I just thought it showed, like, another take on the... I don't remember what they're called in the movie, but, like, the androids, like, the robots. Like, it was a good take on that. I like seeing it. I think in this version we got to see more of how, like, the robots actually come to be, like, the memory making and stuff like that, and I found that really interesting. I really like the storytelling and just, like, it being more up to date, I suppose. I believe it was Ryan Gosling in the movie, and he was great. He looks like he's about to freaking cry the entire time, but it's great. It works. So I'd give that one a shot, especially if you liked the original Blade Runner. But even if you haven't seen the original, I'd still say give it a shot. It's really good. It's sci-fi, action, thriller, crime, detective, a bunch of stuff mixed into one. futuristic. I freaking love the vibes, the aesthetic. It's great. Okay. Oh, and then I watched Her. That one was about, I think it was Joaquin Phoenix, and he's talking to Scarlett Johansson's voice, and she's like a robot, like a Siri, basically, like, but they're able to, like, date people, and it starts off really great and sweet, and, you know, it added to where I was almost like, maybe I could fall in love with, like, an AI type of deal, you know? Like, it was a really well put together movie. But, like, all things like that, good things come to an end, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that, it's like when you're in, like, the situation, it's like once the vibes are off, the vibes are off. You know, like, you could be having a great time, super happy, love that you're talking to them, and then all of a sudden somebody says something and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm talking to a robot. You know, like, it just throws it off. It was for sure it's an emotional adventure, I'd say that movie is. For sure much more of, like, a romancy movie, so if you're not in the mood for that, then, like, don't watch it. You're not gonna like it, you know? Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say on that, though. I also watched High School Musical 1, because every once in a while I decide I want to rewatch all the High School Musical movies, because why wouldn't I? They were a great staple of my childhood. But yeah, so I rewatched High School Musical 1, and every time I go to rewatch this, it just gets funnier and funnier, because I'm just older, and then everything just looks more awkward, and it's funny, and, like, this scene has been going around for a minute, but, like, I don't know how we didn't notice that Zac Efron was just eating, like, a slice of bread during, like, lunch during one of the scenes. Like, why? Where's your sandwich? That's just a piece of bread. And how did I notice that? And then, like, honestly, I don't even know how I had no idea that he wasn't, like, singing for most of it. Zac Efron, like, why didn't I notice that he wasn't singing for most of his singing parts? Because now when I watch it, you can hear when it's him. You can hear, like, the deeper voice and it being natural and it being his. And then instantly you can tell when the other guy starts singing instead. His voice is so much higher. It's so ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how I didn't know. So, that's just so funny to me. Okay. And then after High School Musical 1, I ended up watching Return to Oz. This one is actually, like, a sequel to The Wizard of Oz. And it doesn't have the same girl in it. It's a different little girl actor. And, oh my god. This one is kind of, like, scary. Like, I don't know what they did, but, like, the costume design, scary, okay? And, yeah, like, the costume design is all scary. The plot line is kind of scary. Like, she goes back to Oz, but it's after, like, the bad people kind of took it over, so it's all, like, ruined and messed up and all kinds of junk. And she has to, like, basically restore the place. And there's, like, this weird king, and his face comes out of, like, this rock, and he's really freaky looking. And, yeah, like, he ends up turning her friends into, like, these little knickknacks, and then she has to figure out which ones her friends were to turn them back to normal. And I don't know, man, this was just, it was a lot, and I was like, this is way too scary for kids. And there was a freaking, like the flying monkeys, okay, there's no flying monkeys in this, they're on, like, they, like, skate. Oh, look at the cat. Nice. Okay, but no, these monkeys, though, they're on, like, wheels, okay, and they skate, and they are the most terrifying little creatures I've ever freaking seen in my entire life. Like, period. That's just all there is to it. But it was a fun little thing, I guess. I don't know, like, I don't really think I'd rewatch it. It was freaky. I don't know what else to say. Like, my brain did not enjoy that sequel. It was good, though, like, overall, like, as a movie, it was good. But, like, trying to, like, it doesn't bring me the same good feels that, like, The Wizard of Oz did, you know? Like, just two different vibes altogether. Okay, so, actually, guys, this is all the time I'm gonna have for today's video. I do have quite a few other movies to talk about, but, yeah, I gotta go for right now. So I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and coloring that kitty, and we'll color another picture, and I'll keep talking about my movies, okay? See you in the next one. Bye.